Hey guys, I'm not a YouTuber or I've never made this kind of videos before. I'm not even an influencer at all. It's just my story about a chronic illness that I got to know later part in my life. Now I'm 29 almost, and yeah, so I just wanted to make this video to let people know that this is a illness, what I went through, and if you have such kind of symptoms, then you should, go to doctor and consult about it, and do a proper lifestyle change, or even and if you are in need of diagnosis for the thing that you have, then really it's if my story can help you in any way, I would be very much happy. Like this is the main um goal that I want to reach with this. So actually, all this years it's been a struggle for me, because first I was very fat in my childhood, then I got slim, then I got again fat, then I got a shoulder surgery, then I got again fat, and then again slim. But in the recent past years, I used whenever I used to do gym, I used to get very much exercise, and I used to get these bad days where I used to just lay on my bed and like for a day or something like that, and I never had fever, but I could feel that there is, I'm sick, but I used to say, like, it must be cold, or it's something or the other, that we always do in India, especially we always do that. But then just over the years, it's like since 3 4 years it started, I could see now that it started getting a bit more frequent. I used to have headaches before, and like, but twice in a month, or hangover when you get from a drink, and that's it. And my hangover pill was always pain relief, crocin pain relief, and it was like my pill, that whenever I used to get headache, just take a pain relief, and that's it. And whenever I used to get headache, I used to feel light sensitive, sound sensitive, and yeah, and I used to just blank everything up and take the blanket, and then once I take pain relief, then in half an hour I used to be okay. And I never actually, never did I get relief from other normal headache medicines like ibuprofenic, or else uh, uh, Disprin or something like that. I never used to get relief from that. So yeah, it was like my medicine. Then um, this that I'll past 2 years I shifted to Switzerland, and then I was living on my own. Life was good in the first year. Did not have many health issues, but when I used to work as a part of my internship, it's sometimes in the end I used to get like, I'm done. Like, I used to get so exhausted, and I used to feel like, okay, I'm just I guess uh if I close my eyes, then I'll die. At like, I used to be this sick, but I never used to have, like, fever or something. And I used to think, okay, exhaustion, but that was different. I never, I did not lift up so much thing, or did some kind of an exercise that can make me so much exhausted. It was just, sometimes it was nothing that used to make me exhausted. And yeah, then this year again I came. This year, of course, if everyone knows, is the worst year of the entire century, I guess. And yeah, so when I came, and then in April, I was living with my boyfriend. At that point of time, I had like, we had the lockdown in Switzerland, and in April, I had some. I now I remember it very clearly. At that point of time, I did not think about it that way. But I had some nuts one day, and then I got this headache, and I was like, phew. It was so, like, I was the whole day I was in the bed. I took my crocin. The headache went better, but the next some days it was like, I had something. It was like I was sick, and I was so scared that I thought that I had corona or something like that, because at that point it was very new, and it was very pathetic. Then I guess, and in Switzerland you don't get the appointments, doctor's appointment very soon. So I got it after 1 week. At that point of time, I was nevertheless a bit good. And when I was telling my symptoms to my doctor, I was so vague, like, I had pain in hands, and then I feel dizzy a bit, then I get headache, and then I had a bit of congestion in my chest. So yeah, and then she was like so confused, and she gave me an anxiety pill, and then she did some heart test because she could hear the wheezing sound of because of my congestion. It's normal, pretty normal for me, because I had this tendency of developing this congestion kind of a thing since my childhood. And yeah, so after that, then she and I had pain here and there, and she referred me to a physio. And then after 2 weeks, I got completely normal again, and I was like, okay, nothing happened, that's all good. And then I was again very good, very very nice, normal, all back to normal. And then in August, I had 3 months of holiday for my school that I'm doing right now, and I joined German class. And again, like once in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I always used to tell my teacher, today is a bit bad, I have a bit of headache, or I'm getting a bit dizzy. But then later, after again 2 days, 3 days used to be good, and again something, but I never had anything in my mind. And then during the second half of the August, I could feel that I'm way bit more sensitive to light. And it was weird. Like I am normally sensitive to light, not that much. I wear glasses, then I wear sunglasses for that. And then yeah, I got unusually sensitive. And it was not only in the sunlight, but whenever my boyfriend used to put the light on, it's like it was throbbing pain in my eyes, throbbing pain, like I never used to be like that. And but that was also okay. And then slowly, my vision started to become like dreamy state. I was feeling that I'm living in a dream, it's not a reality, it's a dream. And then, and I was working also part-time at that point of time. And then one day, I still remember, it was, I guess, 23rd of August. Yes, 23rd of August. And that point of time, I started getting a body ache. I had a headache, and the headaches were coming 2 3 days before itself, and I got a body ache, and I was like, yeah, I'm done now. And I think that I have corona. I went to have a corona test. Thankfully I was negative. In 2 3 days I was a bit okay, but like body ache went. And then I went to a house doctor, and since she said that she checked my blood, and I had an infection, some kind of infection. But it got later clear. She told me to take some steam and stuff, and it was all clear. Um, and then I remember that everything was good, but during that period, my ears started ringing, and that was first time for me. I have never had this kind of thing in my life. I was, let me be honest with you, I was very anxious, because this was just, still it's there, but it was like constant something in my ears. And I'm a anxious person. I cannot, just accept something like this altogether. And I was telling my doctor that this is the thing that is going on. This just started, and the dizziness didn't go away. My yeah, headache used to come and go. It was not always there, but dizziness, off balanceness didn't go. And I had a bit of neck pain as well. So she was shocked, and like she referred me to ENT, but the ENT appointment was, way longer. So I took another ENT's appointment and stuff like that. It's a different story. Then I went to an emergency clinic, and he gave me the medicine for anemia, because I'm anemic. He thought that it's because of that, maybe because my hearing was good. I had nothing other problem, but still I could feel that there's something wrong with my body, something wrong with my body. I could feel it, that this is not something that is going on. That, because I had anemia from my childhood, and never I felt like this for this period of time, and yeah, and then I was so scared because I was thinking, if I'm having some serious issues. And then the emergency clinic, the doctor referred me to a physiotherapist for my neck. He thought because of the poor neck posture I'm getting this stuff. I went there. I did that. It gave me a relief with the exercises, gave me a relief with the neck thing. And yes, but after sometimes physiotherapy, I used to feel terrible, terrible. Like I used to get I once I got the headache so bad, and I got dizzy so bad that I went to the emergency in the hospital, in the emergency, that something is wrong with me. I thought that is, I don't know whether I'm having some kind of a stroke or something like that. But and then I went to the hospital, and there I they checked me for they did a MRI scan of my brain. Thankfully that was good, nothing was there really. And but they referred me to a neurologist. Then the neurologist journey started. Neurologist checked me for the ear thing. He did an extensive test to check if my inner ear is causing my balance problem or my dizziness. And that test result was going to come in 1 month. Till that point, I had done ENTs. I had done I had taken corticosteroids because ENT thought I have a sinus thing as well, and corticosteroids. My doctor here in India gave me Vertin because it can be like that because of the fluid thing. My one of my very good friends, physiotherapist, she suggested me some maneuvers and to do some exercises. I did that as well, and it got a bit better in like for 2 3 weeks in between. In 2 weeks, not 3 weeks, 2 weeks it got better. And then I was like, yeah, I'm getting back to normal now. And then I started my exercise a bit more. I like, as we do it, when you do exercises, you slowly become more. And then one Friday, I guess last Friday, not last Friday, sorry, last to last Friday, uh, I had alcohol. Alcohol in the sense I had a glass or two of whiskey. We were having fun, chilling together, me, my boyfriend, and my one of my other friend. And then the next day, I was feeling shit. I like was feeling dizzy. I was feeling like nauseous, and I was like, okay, must be because I had alcohol after so long, maybe because of that. And then the next day, my I was going to go to my fiance's place. So he started driving, and while driving, like I am a enthusiast driver. I love driving. Whoever knows me knows that I love driving. So I was sitting there, and when he was taking turns, I was feeling nauseous, or was having a headache. I could feel that I have a pressure here. I have not headache but pressure, and I was feeling nauseous. I was feeling like my eyes are paining. My something weird going on with my eye. I At that point of time, the symptom was the symptoms were like different symptoms, not the similar. The symptom went into this eye thing, that I used to get pressure behind my eyes, and this eyebrow used to go up or something like that at night. And I would feel that it is exerting. And same thing like that just blew me off, that ride. And again, while coming back, it was something very weird, and I started feeling dizzy again. And then again, the next day, we went somewhere, and the same happened in the ride. And I was like, I cannot ride anymore, for sure. I cannot do that. And yeah, and then I was like so depressed. I used to cry almost every twice or the third day, I think. And but this was like beyond anything. I was like, nobody can help me. I think I don't know what is happening to me, or I was hopeless. And the major thing was that I had some vision symptoms. Like whenever I used to see from here and there, like it, the things used to move very differently. The vision used to be shaky, and that happened since August itself. That I used to see the things, the vision, the things, but sometimes the words used to shake, or I used to feel like I'm in a boat. Like even if I'm not moving, I used to feel like I'm moving like this, and but yeah, that was scary. And the worst thing was that I could not see at like box figures, like or busy patterns, like the the streets which used to have box streets, or like that, like busy patterns or strip lines. It used to make me dizzy altogether, just suddenly, like this. uh, I It used to make me dizzy. And yeah, and then the after that week, I nausea kicked in. I was feeling nauseatic for almost 3 4 days, and the like literally I what the fourth, the third or fourth day, I was literally trying to vomit, but nothing was coming out. And then I had my appointment. Yeah, the neurologist. I told you that they didn't find anything with my ear, and I had appointment with my Indian doctor on that day, and I was like, there is no problem with my ear, so the Vortin could not cannot help me because it is beta histamine, and that is for many years disease, and or stuff like that, the inner ear disease. But I did not have a inner ear disease. So she suspected that I am having a migraine, and luckily or coincidentally, or you can say, like, I don't know, sometimes God has plan for you, I guess. Just before she said that, the day before that, I was watching a video from a guy about a type of migraine called vestibular migraine, and he had almost all the symptoms, and he was suffering for like 1 year since till the time he got the diagnosis of that. And the next day, my doctor said that she's suspecting a migraine, and she started me with the beta blocker that is generally used to prevent migraines. And then my search started for migraine, and then the whole the whole world of migraine came to me, and my life changed. And I guess in this 2 days, when I saw that, I was suffering from a migraine since, I guess, so long. Since I remember, I can, I guess, remember, maybe I was 13 14, I don't know. And but because that was not chronic, it was episodic. It used to come and go, so never I realized that, that it can be like this. So never had I thought that, to take like to see why my headaches were coming at that point of time. And this kind of migraine, vestibular migraine, it affects your vestibular system basically. That's why I felt the ear ringing. That's why I felt the vision symptoms that I got, can't see at the things, and the vision was shaky, and yeah, everything. And I used to feel the weakness in my hands as well, and I was telling my neurologist, he checked my nerves in the hands, they were absolutely fine at that point of time. Uh, so yeah, the migraine can do that as well. It can, bring numbness to your hand, or pins and needles sensation to your hands. One of the other things was, like, I was getting confused with the words, like, for example, a cup. So sometimes when I'm talking, I could not remember that, what is this thing, like that used to happen with me. And it was crazy because I have studied law. I have done pretty much difficult stuff in my life that I can, you know, it's I've been always a very good student. I always used to remember everything. I was good in that. So this was like very scary for me, and yeah, and this so many other symptoms also I had. I, like, not symptoms, but weird feelings that I used to get, like my scalp used to get so tender, like I used to get this sensitivity, you can say, like when I touch, I could feel that it's, something is wrong, like it's the weird feeling of pain, not pain but sensitivity. Yeah, and What else? The this side of my hip, eye was, I could not, like, I was looking outside like this. In my photos also, if you see, I'm like this because I could not open my eyes. It was all pressure here, and this, I used to feel that this is swollen. This is completely gone or something like that. Something is wrong. My ENT suspected that it's because of sinus thing, but I knew somewhere that whatever diagnosis I was getting for 2 months, nothing is correct because no medicine was working on me. And then finally I got the medicine. I got the diagnosis, and then I went to the doctor out here that I was concerning like consulting with, and I told her, and she agreed as well that yes, it is a migraine. uh, that is this is a chronic kind of a migraine in which your brain is exhausted, it can't take any stress. I was watching laptop for like because of my school, and looking at the laptop was giving me incredible headache, like not headache, the head pressure first of all, like um I could not. I was like looking for 1 minute, looking away from 2 minutes. It was like that hard, and at I guess last week, not last week, like 2 3 days ago, I was like, I'm done. I cannot do that right now because I feel that that is hurting me in some way. That was hurting me in some way. So yeah, and then yeah, so after that I went to the doctor, and then she said that yes, you have a migraine. And then she put me on the same, like I told her about the medicine that my doctor gave, an Indian doctor prescribed me. And she also agreed that yes, you should have this. And we'll have to check in 2 weeks how you respond to this medication, because migraine is not a standard thing. You have to see when you have a chronic migraine, especially when we develop with a chronic migraine, everyone is different, so everyone will react to the medicines differently. So yeah, I am gonna go there in 2 weeks. I think because of the medicine, my vision is a bit clear, but my headaches are still like that. This week also, I was getting headache every day, almost. And but I could figure out some triggers, like chocolate was trigger for me, alcohol was trigger for me, that I stopped. I still cannot go out, and like I cannot see out for very long, and especially in the trains I have to like close my eyes and sit. I cannot look outside because it starts paining. It's basically, you can imagine a water boiling. When you put water for boiling, and when it's boiling, you cannot make it cold in 1 minute. It has to go when you have to cool it down, it has to come gradually. So my brain is boiling right now. It is the boiling degree Celsius. So it has to calm down to of course migraine will be there, but to be in that state where it becomes episodic, not a chronic one. So it will take time, it will take a lot of time to cool down. So basically my task for this week is to just cool down, and uh, not look at my laptop very much, or not at all. I'm not looking at the laptop at all, because laptop is, I don't know, it's giving me stress. Or any stressful thing, thinking about any stressful thing is making me like I'm getting physical symptoms for that, for taking stress. I never had that in my life. So I can't do anything stressful. I just have to be mentally and physically okay. And I'm doing meditation and yoga. I guess it helps. It doesn't help when you are having an attack. And I was having an attack yesterday, very bad one. Today also I had one small, but today I had medicine for that. My doctor prescribed me a medicine to keep under my tongue. So, phew, let's see, man. I just want to tell you bits that, if in India, we especially, we are we do, like, we push ourselves, like, we can't stop. It's okay, this is a small thing, let's go to another thing. It's not a big thing. You don't have to bother about that. And then we put our body into hell. But and then in the later stage of life you cannot do anything. It affects your life in very bad way. You cannot enjoy the quality of life, and especially, or else you can develop into situation like me where you're feeling like, dizzy all the time or off balance all the time. So you have to check, you have to stop and check that what your body is trying to tell you. So I'll have to make when many lifestyle changes during this period. I'm gonna, I guess, have to become a completely new person lifestyle wise, because my lifestyle normally is, I'm very happening person. Like to drink, like to eat, like to party. Can't do anything. I'm extremely light and sound sensitive right now. So let's see. And I don't know if, if I'm gonna get diagnosed with other things as well. I don't know. Because normally with migraine you get diagnosed with other things. With chronic migraine, sometimes some nerve pain, or maybe some other nervous system disorders. I don't know. I don't know even that, they can find something else also for my situation. But right now the migraine medicine seem to work on the extremities. I can definitely say my vision is better. It's not yet, I cannot look at the boxes still, or I cannot look at the phone also very much. But yeah, I have to see. I will update you guys. This is for the, just for the story, for the people who really are suffering through this. Just have a hope that it's gonna get better. It will take time, but it's gonna get better, and you're not alone. You're not alone in this. We are all together. There are other YouTube videos also that you can see. I made it for my Indian friends because in India there is no it, like this topic is not being talked about. So guys, डटे रहो यार. हाँ, सच में ये बहुत गंदी बीमारी है, पर डटे रहो. I'm just hopeful, and I will update you what happens. Bye bye.